Hi and welcome to today's session. So this session is devised to be done after a cardio workout, so whether it be a cycle ride, a cross trainer, a run or a power walk, when your heart rate's already up so your body is nice and warm. So we're going to be using hand weights today, so we're going to do a top to toe workout to maximise utilising all the muscles as efficiently as we can, and this is to be designed just to be tagged onto the end of your workout. So with no further ado, we're going to start with a nice simple squat action. So we're going to grab a set of hand weights. So we want to have anywhere between 3-4 kilograms upwards, depending on what you have. So we want to make sure that our feet are directly underneath our hips. We're going to start with the weights either side and we're going to open up through those shoulders. We're going to keep those abs nice and contracted and we're going to squat down and up. We're going to keep that length through that body. We're going to take it down and up. So I'm going to do just 4 repetitions like this and then I'm going to turn to the side. Brilliant, so you stay where you are, we're going to have those feet nice and parallel and we're going to squat down and up. So we're going to keep those shoulders nice and open, keeping that back nice and straight, keeping that length through that body. And one more and I'm going to join you again. So feet nice and parallel. This time we're going to take those feet a fraction wider apart, so we're going to maintain that nice long length. And we're going to draw it down and up. So we're going to keep those toe muscles in nice and tight, making sure we keep that weight nice and equal between the right foot and the left foot. Remember to breathe. And 2 more. And 1 more. Excellent. So bring those feet back into that first position that we had. So feet directly underneath our hips. And we're going to do our second set. So we'll take it down and up, down and up. Keep that weight nice and equal. Keep that gap between the chin and the chest. That's it, brilliant. And last one. Fantastic. Take your feet back to that wide shoulder width position. Keep those abs in nice and tight. I'm going to take it down and up. And 2 to go. Brilliant. So we're going to put those weights down. We're going to grab a slightly lighter set. So that was a 4 kilogram. I'm now going to pick up a 3 kilogram set. So we're just going to still work with those legs, but we're going to add a shoulder press in. So watch first of all. We're going to squat down, come up, arms come up, round to the top. In, round, with a little bicep curl as well. Squat down to the floor, bring it up, lift up tall. Bicep curl first, turn the weights around, press the ceiling, down, in, lower, take it down to the floor, reach up nice and tall, and up, around, reach, in, down, lengthen, down to the floor. Keep those abs in tight. Through, squeeze, round, up, in, down. Remember to breathe. Keep those rib cages over the pelvis. Keep the toe muscles in, nice and tight. That's it, brilliant. So we're going to keep those toe muscles in nice and tight, keep it nice and smooth. Two more. So remember to drink plenty of water. Remember to keep your rooms nice and well ventilated. And last one. And remember that when we're working out, that we work within our range of motion and what is right for our bodies at this point in time. So give those legs a little bit of a shake. We're going to do set number 2. So you'll probably start to find you get a little bit warm and sweaty doing this one because it's a full body movement action. So we want to make sure we keep those abs in as we squat down and on the way up. We work through a pain-free range of motion on each component of the exercise. So keep that length through that body, keeping that gap between the chin and the chest. Make sure you finish each part of the movement pattern before we move on to the next part. So arms come down, straighten that body first, then bicep curl, then overhead press, squeeze the elbows in, bring it down. Make sure those arms are nice and straight before we do that bicep curl, and the same for when we do the squat. Brilliant. Last one. Fantastic. So I'm now going to change my weight for a 4 kilogram. So we're going to do a bent over row without deadlift. So I'm going to do this from a diagonal position so you can see. So I want my shoulders to be nice and open. I want my feet directly underneath our hips. We're going to hinge it down in that deadlift position. So back is nice and straight. And I'm going to squeeze it up. Lengthen my arms down, hinge back up. So each time I'm going to come back to a vertical position. So knees soft, hinge it down, squeeze it back, lengthen, and all the way up. Keeping that body nice and strong. I keep those shoulders nice and open. And we have 3 more of this set. So you want to keep that back nice and straight. Abs are in tight. 2 more. And 1 more. Brilliant. So we've got 1 more set of the deadlift with our row. So again, I'm going to show you on a diagonal position. So knees are soft. We're going to hinge it down. Keep that back straight. Squeeze the elbows in. Lengthen. Hinge up. Knees soft. Hinge it down. Squeeze the elbows back. Hinge it up. So keep that body nice and long, nice and lengthened. Keep that chest lifted. And we've got 3 more. Keep that body nice and straight. 1 more. Brilliant. So we're going to put those weights down. we're going to grab just one of your 3 kilograms. Okay, you can do this with a heavier weight if you want to, that is absolutely fine. So this time we're going to take that weight, I'm going to show you from the backwards view first of all. We're going to take that weight up, we're going to take it down behind the back of the head, and I'm going to reach it all the way up. So down and back, making sure that we're not going to clonk the back of the head. So I'm just going to join you at the front for our triceps. Catch that breath back. And last one, bring that weight down. Switch the weight over, so support your arm if you need to. Again, make sure you don't smack the back of your head, it will hurt. That's it, lovely. So we're going to keep that posture nice and tall. Now we've got another 4 to go. 3, 2, and 1. So just while we're having a little recovery, I'm just going to show you, you can do it with a heavier weight, okay? If you're struggling on your positioning with your single arm, you can do it with just one weight. So I'm going to show you from the side. Bring the arms up and we take it down behind the head and all that. So if you find that easier to do, then have a slightly heavier weight and then do both arms at the same time. So again, just show you from the front. So the arms come up, we take it down behind the back of the head and reach up. If you find that you're really struggling on one side because it's just a little bit weaker than the other, it's perfectly normal. So we're going to grab that 3 kilogram and then we'll repeat that last exercise of the triceps. So we're going to take it down behind the head or reach it up to the ceiling and down. So you will find that you've got one arm that is stronger than the other. That's okay. Switch sides. And the other side. That's it, lovely. So we keep that rib cage over the pelvis, keep that length through that body. And last one, brilliant. So you want my one to go to a slightly heavier weight. So I'm going to do this one with a 4 kilograms this time, and we're going to do a standing bicep curl. So we're going to squeeze the arms up, lengthen the arms all the way down, and squeeze and down. And last one. Brilliant. So the second set I'm going to show you from the side on. We're going to keep that back nice and straight. So we're going to have that rib cage over the pelvis, keep that length through that body. We're going to squeeze the arms up and down. And last one. Brilliant. Right, so we're going to stick with our weight, or we're going to do a lunge position. So we have one leg in front, one leg behind. So we want to keep those weights down by the side. We're going to lunge it down and all the way up. So we come down and up. Let me show you on the diagonal position. So nice body, nice and open. So you want to lunge it down and up. Let's get his tongue also nice and tight. And switch sides. Get that body nice and open. Get that balance. And we come down and up. So again, you're working through a pain-free range of motion. Keep that body nice and upright. Get those abdominals in nice and tight. Lovely. And we're going to switch the legs over. Get the body nice and upright. And 2 more. And 1 more. Brilliant. We're going to switch the legs over. Get that body nice and upright. So last one. And last one. Brilliant, so take a step in. Right, we're going to need to have a lighter set of weights. So I'm going to take it down to a 3 kilogram today. So there's no shame if you're feeling tired at all when you're doing your workout, just go for a slightly lighter weight and just focus on your technique. So the next exercise we're going to do is our reverse flies. So I'm going to show you from the side first of all, and then I'll come to a front position. So we have our knees bent, we're going to have the back nice and straight. We're going to have the weights together, we're going to squeeze the elbows back in an arc in action. So we want to slide our shoulder blades together, keeping that body nice and long, nice and strong. So I'm now going to join you at the front. So I'm going to squeeze it through, keeping that body long. Remember to breathe. And 3, 2, and 1. Now hinge it up, have a little rest, and we'll do our second and our final set. Right, are we ready? Let's go. So knees soft, hinge that body down, squeeze the elbows in and back. And last one. Right, we're going to hinge it up, put those weights down to the floor, and then we're going to do just a little bit of floor work to finish out the session off today. So we're going to have a mat, we're going to have the nice neutral position, lying on our backs. So, knees are in line with our hips, keeping that body nice and connected. So ribs over the pelvis, thumbs come to our forehead. Now we're going to take a nice deep breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to curl it up, focusing on that breastbone, softening down. And then we're going to roll it back through. So you really want to use that out breath on the way up and on that way down. So it's on the effort. Just be mindful if you're wearing necklaces that the necklaces don't try and choke you. Again, with any back issues, just work with your range of motion that is comfortable for you. Right, last one. Have a little rest. Right, we're going to bring our legs up to 90 degrees. We want to roll the knees back towards our chest and roll it back to that 90-degree position. So you want to fire up through the obliques, pull those knees in and back. So you want to keep those shoulders nice and open. Keep that chest as open as we can. And one more. Right, put those feet down. Bring our thumbs back to the forehead, nice neutral position, so pubic bone to landmarks level. We're going to curl it up and back down. And we have 2 to go, so really focus on sliding down through that breastbone, contracting through those abdominals, no pressing the abdominals up towards the ceiling. That's the secret to success on the abs. Don't let this poke up to the ceiling. So bring the legs up, contract those abdominals, bring the knees in and back. And we have 3 left. 3, 2, and 1. So knees come in, give them a quick cuddle, roll ourselves up, and we're going to stretch out. So we're going to have those soles of the feet together, slide them in, let the knees drop down, and just allow the weight of the legs to drop down for me. Fantastic. So we're going to take the leg out in front now. You're going to direct your heel towards the centre of your ring. We'll have ankle, knee, hip in line. Lift out of your hip joints. We're going to reach towards your toes and get that nice big stretch through. And then we're going to switch the legs over. So remember, when we're doing our resistance workout, you must always make sure that you stretch out afterwards, so not to increase the tightness in your muscles and to maintain that healthiness in your joints. Lovely. We're going to take one leg over the top now. So you're going to bring your knee into the chest. If you can't bring your ankle round like so, keep your leg nice and straight. Keep the chest nice and lifted for me and push your bottom cheek into the floor, keeping that length through that spine. So we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So we're going to untangle ourselves, leg goes straight, bring the other leg over, swing that leg around, sit up nice and tall and keep that chest as lifted as you can. Brilliant. So first of all, make sure we detangle ourselves. Then we're going to come up to a standing position. All right, we're going to start off by stretching through the quads, fronts of those thighs. So we're going to bring that ankle up to the bottom, pop the knees together, keep that chest nice and lifted. Brilliant. And then we're going to switch the legs over. Keep that chest nice and high, nice and lifted. Wonderful. So we're going to take one foot in front and one foot behind. We're going to drop your weight forwards. You want to drop that weight forwards onto that front leg. Now hinge your chest forwards just a little bit to increase that stretch, coming down the back of the calf. And then we're going to do the same on the other leg. So again, we're working through nice simple exercises, simple but effective, keeping that body moving and keeping that body strong. So you don't need to do heavy weights. I've used anywhere between a 3 and a 4 kilogram. So we're going to interlock those fingers, we're going to round to that upper back. So we want to separate those shoulders and really feel that stretch in between those shoulder blades. And then we're going to bring the arms behind us. Lift that chest up, get that nice big stretch through and feel that stretch across the chest. Brilliant. Now this time we're going to take that arm across the body, keeping the shoulder drawing down, keeping that length through that spine. And then the other side. Fantastic. I'm going to just turn my back so you can see where the stretch is going for the triceps. So hand coming down to touch the back of the collar and get that lovely big stretch down the back of the tricep. And then we'll switch it over, hand comes behind, very push, very gently on the back of the collar for me. Fantastic. And then we're going to bring the arms all the way down, reach it up, grow as tall as you possibly can, and then come all the way down, reach it up nice and tall, give it a big shake out. And I hope you enjoyed today's session. And obviously this has been designed to be done after you've done some cardiovascular work, so you're just doing it at the end of a workout to maintain and keep those muscles nice and strong and to maintain bone density. So we look forward to seeing you very soon. Take care and goodbye.